Hello world of YouTube, welcome to the reshooting of the Lamb of God Discography review.
Things have changed.
Yeah, certain things have changed. My favorite song by Lamb of God has changed. That doesn't happen very often. I don't change my favorite song by a band that often.
What was your favorite song before?
Now You've Got Something to Die For.
What is it now?
One Gun.
That'll do it.
It's on the same album, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, for those of you who've never listened to Lamb of God, you need to.
You're obviously Christian.
You're obviously...
That's a joke. Don't get offended.
Unintelligent.
Obviously unintelligent. You're obviously a dumbass.
They're a band that is really heavy and groovy. They weren't always groovy. The early stuff is just death.
No, it was really... Burn the Priest was kind of groovy.
It had its elements, its modes,
yeah, well,
but...
it's still death metal-y.
It's still a lot more...
melodic metalcore.
Yeah. There's a lot of deathiness to it.
Yeah, well, the vocals, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Impressive players. They have...
6 albums.
Yeah, 6 albums.
And
And yeah, let's get started.
And the first album they released
was Burn the Priest.
Well, it was technically self-titled at the time because that's when they were known as Burn the Priest.
Yeah, but
and apparently that name was offensive.
It was released back in 1999. Lamb of God isn't as offensive as Burn the Priest.
True. Lamb of God's only kind of a nod to the Bible.
Yeah.
Randy. I think they could have done without him.
On this album,
Sorry.
He sounds too just guttural, not him.
Not good guttural.
Yeah, like
not Chino Moreno guttural.
Like just too.
That's a weird comparison.
Yeah.
Power back.
The instrumentation on this album is fine. And the drums actually sound better than they do on the next album.
It's raw too.
It's very raw, but in the times I listened to this album, it's very short.
Like, I mean, it's 14 tracks long, but the tracks are short.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
we're already almost done.
I think the longest track is Resurrection #9.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah,
which seems normal to them. But anyway, other than that,
I mean great inspiration. Randy just sounds bleh.
Don't need him.
Yeah.
He does much better in the follow-up,
yeah.
which we'll talk to in a second.
My favorite song used to be Bloodletting. Now it's Resurrection #9.
That was Buckeye.
It is Buckeye.
Mine's Resurrection #9. He's stealing my shit.
I am stealing
your shit. 3 in the morning.
It's Buckeye. Yeah.
Resurrection #9, I think it was the grooviest. That's probably why I liked it the most. Because there was like a good minute.
I like the beginning of Buckeye, and it just picks up from there.
Yeah, when you showed me it for the first time, it was good. I wanted to have more of an opinion on it, because last time I didn't say much.
But the songs just kind of end. That's it. They just kind of end, so... Yeah. I mean, favorite songs announced. That's it. Blarg. Hello there.
Sophomore album. Lamb of God.
Second album they released is called New American Gospel.
2000.
It was released in 2000, really?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2000.
And that's a huge transition for them, sound-wise.
A lot less raw. They went really quick.
And the grooviness is there. The biggest complaint I have about this album, and it might just be with the version I have, the drums just...
Yeah, they are a little weird.
Even though my favorite song is drum-heavy, the bass, the way that the bass sounds weird. Yeah, the snare.
A little weird for them.
Sounds a bit distorted.
Well, I mean, I guess you can compare it to a lot of worse snares, like Steely Dan, Lars Ulrich.
That's a great way to put it.
Steely Dan. Anyway, Metallica review coming soon.
At some point. I don't hate this album.
Randy compliments the music a lot more. Still really can't understand what he's saying, but he compliments it a lot more. Like, with the parts where it's, like, groovy and he's, like, just kind of with it, it's very powerful.
They're starting to find their niche. They don't really find it until the next album, but you can see...
where it's going.
Yeah. It sounds really good.
Like their death metal stuff. The death metal parts is really good, yet the
groovy parts just sound phenomenal. That's really the biggest complaint I have, though, is just drums. The vocals are grown on me since I started listening to this album.
I like this much more than I Burn the Priest. I wanted to buy this, like I said, but it's $20 bucks.
Yeah. I like the way it opens with Black Label.
They have good openers.
Yeah.
Christ.
I mean, this is the transition to them having good opening tracks, because Bloodletting, but it was just kind of just.
Well, so is Ruin.
No, Ruin has that.
But still.
But I mean, there's that build up. Yeah. Black Label has that. It has that build
less
up.
Build up. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So.
Favorite track.
My favorite track.
Yes,
no, I really don't have anything else to say. My favorite track is Confessional, because I do like the drum opening, but I just wish it didn't sound as weird.
Yeah. Mine's like a close tie between Pariah or In the Absence of Sacrament.
Which is something on Pariah. I just remembered. That noise. They don't use it much.
The industrial?
Yeah, they need to use it more. It complements their music so much.
Maybe they will.
Like they did on One Gun, and they did on that. That's about it. They should use it so much more.
Well, maybe they will.
Anyway, yeah.
That was New
American
Gospel.
Nag. Third album they released is called As the Palace is Burned.
2003.
And,
this one was released.
Yeah. And,
I need to hear An Extra Nail for Your Coffin. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, I'll play it for you.
I haven't listened to Hourglass much.
It's a great... It's a better follow-up.
They found their niche.
Yeah, they really found their niche on this album. There's
like
still
they have groovy, but it's fast.
If I wanted to recommend an album for you to listen to this band, I'd start off with this. Because it has the elements from New American in certain places.
The vocals.
Yeah, the vocals are still kind of New American-y, but the instrumentation is that grooviness that they just...
Yeah, definitely. They've
do
come
well.
to, yeah.
And, probably their best opening track.
Probably the best drum work.
Yeah. Ruin is probably their best opening track.
Yeah.
Because, I mean... Lay to Rest is Lay to Rest, though.
Yeah, but they're right up there.
Yeah, that's true.
Walk With Me in Hell's good, too. And the thing
I actually like, If that was the opening track, I'd actually like that more.
Yeah, well, they kind of interchangeable.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that
but they start to progress more to longer songs.
Yeah. Like
they're getting over 4 minutes with. I mean, not that it's short songs that are bad. I'm not saying they are, but they're creating longer, more epic tracks as it were.
Like Vigil.
Like Vigil.
They're expanding their sound.
Long, but
it has that.
Yeah, it has that opening, and then it has I mean, it's one of my favorite metal songs. It was on the list.
But they do a lot with the instrumentation, like on Blood Junkie. I love that. Mm-hmm. They do so much with the instrumentation on this, and it just sounds so well done.
And the Defense of Our Good Name. That's good too.
Yeah. That's my favorite song on the album, actually. Because I like that drown on the Defense of Our Good Name.
That's what your favorite is?
Yeah.
Mine's Vigil.
It's a well...
I love that fucking ending. And I love how Randy's like... I forget what the fuck he says.
They use it on this too. Synths.
That. Okay, now I get what you're talking about. I wasn't able to pick it out.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. You're right. But I love the accompaniment.
Yeah, on Vigil.
On Vigil. And then just how Randy accompanies it with what he's screaming.
They use it on this album too. The synths industrial aspect. They use it
on
this
as well. Pretty much Sacraments where it stops.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, they need to use it more, but yeah. And the fourth album they released
in 2004
was Ashes of the Wake.
Could you imagine if like As Palace is Burned came out in 2003 and then like the next year this came out?
That would be awesome. If I were a Lamb of God fan back then, I'd be very...
It's so awesome that I bought it twice.
This is my favorite Lamb of God album.
And it also helped him get into the new wave of American heavy metal.
Yeah.
Pioneer, leader, what blah 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 blah.
They developed their form even more so with this. It's not as much of a bridge as New American was.
Groovy.
This. Very groovy. And Randy develops his vocal stylings much more on this.
Yeah. Laid to Rest is probably one of the best opening tracks ever to be created by man.
Yeah. The drum work on this isn't as technical as the earlier stuff, but it really matches the music still.
I love Randy's lyrics too.
And the instrumental, I believe it's only instrumental if you don't count the intro track, the passing.
Yeah.
They're full instrumental track with Ashes as the title track, which is really well done. This has my favorite Lamb of God song with One Gun, which used to be Now You've Got Something to Die For was my favorite before, but now I've changed it recently.
It's a great ass album.
The breakdown in One Gun, that industrial aspect, like I've said, Need to use it more, and they used it very well on that.
Maybe they'll bring it back.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't complain about this album. There's literally no negatives. It was on my metal albums list. I have no negatives to say about it.
Yeah. I can't sure find one.
It's just phenomenally done. The intros to these songs, like the Faded Line,
Does that have a breakdown in it?
Faded Line?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
I mean, they're the king of breakdowns.
Yeah, the
kings of breakdowns.
Anyone who wants to say any metalcore band's the king of breakdowns has never listened to Lamb of God.
I mean, they'll probably be the king of metalcore breakdowns.
But not
Lamb of God could, I mean, I would say Day to Remember would be pretty good.
But
but Lamb of God would just be like, excuse me, I'm gonna just step on you.
I'm just gonna,
Ruin.
Yeah.
Contractor.
Vigil.
That's a breakdown?
That has it.
But it's the end of the song.
The breakdown of One Gun is the end of the song.
Breakdowns for me is a very fine line.
Yeah,
so don't tell me what a breakdown is, because I have my list, I don't want to touch it.
That's fine. Yeah. That's...
Did you know this is like an old Italian thing, Omerta?
Really?
Yeah, it's Italian. I forget what it is. I think it's like a rule of honor, I guess.
Was what he's saying in the beginning?
Basically. Yeah. I think that's actually the law.
Ah.
I'm not sure, I didn't read much into it, but it deals with something that's Italian, which I thought was cool.
Huh.
Like you said, your favorite track. Mine's the instrumental, Ashes.
Yeah.
I fucking love that instrumental.
It's
really also probably one of their better solos, too.
Yeah.
Not one of their many solos.
That has 3 guitarists on it. 4 guitarists.
Really?
Yeah, there's 2 more, other than... I don't remember who, but...
This is a good song.
The next album they released was called Sacrament, which was released in 2006. Yeah.
I love this drum opening.
Yeah.
Fucking Chris Adler, Jesus Christ.
You're gonna hear...
The 2 guitarists, and then Chris Adler is just...
But the bass is good, too, it's just not...
Do you know how old he is?
Who? The bassist?
He's 38.
Yeah.
But he looks so old.
He has gray hair, doesn't he?
Yeah, like everywhere. I guess being in Lamb of God will stress you out.
Yeah.
They're very dysfunctional yet.
Yeah, my mouse is possessed.
Oh, okay. As long as you know that. This is
it's my least favorite album.
Which is
out of the
hard to say.
There's a lot of great stuff on it.
It's the most produced.
Yeah, but it's not the most cohesive. Their albums are very cohesive. Each track transitions into each other very well.
I don't like the last 3.
You don't get that on this album.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Like, it has a lot of songs on here that I just
Randy sounds the most different out of all these like groove albums.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Wrath, he sings, but I mean, keeping that... He sounds the most different. I don't know why. I guess it's just the layering.
No, I agree with that. I don't know.
I mean, he's bald. He's bald during the Sacrament era. He looks better with long hair.
Yeah. Or at least hair a little bit shorter than mine.
Yeah.
Because it's weird singing with long hair.
Yeah, well.
I can say the same thing I've said. The instrumentation is solid still. It's just the cohesiveness isn't there. It's still fucking a great instrumentation, a great album, but
great lyrics.
It's just that cohesiveness isn't there.
Yeah, which is kind of sad.
My favorite track is Again We Rise. In fact, if that were the intro, I'd probably like the album a little bit more because I like Walk With Me in Hell, but I think Again We Rise has a better intro to it. That would intro the album better.
Guess so.
Even with a name, Again We Rise.
Yeah, mine's pathetic.
That's the only song they played live on a televised performance. It was on Conan O'Brien.
Pathetic?
Yeah, it was good.
I like how it ends. It's just pathetic.
Yeah.
Useless or whatever he says. I know the words, but I'm just dead fucking tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, pathetic. It's a heavy track.
It is. It was really good live.
Somewhere between a loop.
And the latest album they released is called Wrath, which was released back in 2009.
Oh. And this is my Lamb of God that was on my metal albums list.
This is my second favorite Lamb of God album.
Terrific motherfucker. They use a lot. It's the most prevalent clean guitars.
But it sounds really good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
definitely.
They
have great openings to songs. Like Grace. Like Fake Messiah. Set to Fail, The Passing Within Your Words.
Yeah, I mean,
There's so many great tracks on this album, and I think this album is their longest track on Reclamation. Minus the fact that most of it's like the slow, rainy intro. But I mean, it still counts. It's part of the track, so I believe it's their longest.
No, that is their longest track. 7 minutes. Those are Metallica links, people.
If you get Metallica link, you know you're doing it well.
You're doing it well.
And fucking Contractor.
2 Grammy nods.
Yeah.
Didn't win either. Should have won.
Set to Fail should have definitely won.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about In Your Words, but I mean, it was deserved a nomination.
Yeah.
Next year, Contractor's going to get nominated.
We'll have a new album out with Contractor.
When I first heard Contractor, the whole thing, like the farmer, I forget they're from Richmond.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be from Virginia now.
When we were in Richmond for a wedding, I wouldn't stop playing Lamb of God.
I know, right? But that probably has one of the best Lamb of God breakdown.
Yeah, it is my favorite breakdown of theirs.
It's not my favorite breakdown of all time.
No, but actually it is mine probably. But it's a good direction for them to head into because Randy sings on it. He sounds great. Sings. He doesn't just growl. He has a.
He does both really very well.
Yeah.
It brought back the cohesive element.
The drums are better, well put together than the Sacrament.
Fucking
more
Chris
technical.
Fucking Chris Adler. Just saying.
That's it. I'm with nothing bad to say.
Wrath is phenomenal. And with them writing and recording now, with Chris Adler stating more than enough material to overlap, have more than a double album.
It's gonna be
just as happy. I'm not saying that they're gonna do a double album. That would be cool. I don't know if a triple album's ever been done. But maybe like a double album, and then while they're on tour after both albums are released, they're like, here's an EP of all bonus tracks that we did during these sessions. Here you go. That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
But I don't think they're gonna do that because no one thinks like I do.
But that is a good idea.
Fucking Chris Adler. Getting me all hyped up for Lamb of God.
He also said it was going to sound like Rome Priest.
Really?
Yeah.
Like vocal wise?
I don't know. He just said it's going to sound like Rome Priest.
But they won't be raw though, so I guess maybe a little better. Hopefully. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, that's Lamb of God.
Favorite track?
Favorite track is Contractor. Or no. It might be In Your Words, and I really love that, but Contractor is really good. It's In Your Words overall, but for breakdowns, it's Contractor.
Mine's Reclamation. That's just as of recent.
Yeah, I'm saying
that or Set to Fail.
Yeah.
Depends on my mood.
But yeah, that was Lamb of God. Hopefully you enjoyed this re-recording. If not, sorry. We didn't talk about the track. I'm having a brain fart. The Iron Man 2 track.
Hit the Wall.
Hit the Wall. We didn't talk about Hit the Wall. I did a track review of it. Yeah.
What you want to hear.
Yeah. But
it's a good song, though.
It's a good song.
It's Lamb of God.
I did a track review of it. I might re-edit that and put it up. I don't want to know.
They released Hourglass, the triple disc thing.
Yeah.
Bought that in a heartbeat.
It was awesome. But that's about it with the discography that I would normally talk about around these parts. You gotta think of Days Life Situations, and I will definitely be seeing you another day. We're a little tired, if you can tell.
Why do we tend to do this early or